Hello traders, welcome back to another episode of Greenback Riders Trading Academy. So first we will take a look at what the market did today, and then we will get into the details of what are the expectations for tomorrow. We need to remember that there will be a lot of tariff news that may hit the tapes tomorrow, so there will be a lot of volatility, there can be a lot of fluctuations. So just for tomorrow it will be prudent to keep your position sizes small and trade accordingly. And it is not only tomorrow, I think tomorrow it is the date where the tariffs and the reciprocal tariffs will come out for the European Union, and then again on April 3rd it is the turn for the Mexican market and the Mexican government to talk about the reciprocal tariffs and then finalize everything. So these 2 days can have a lot of ups and downs. There can be sudden moves to the upside, sudden moves to the downside. So look at the price action, look at the gamma levels, keep your position sizing small, take profits at logical intervals, and keep a runner and see if it can go further. So let us see what the market did today. So if we look at SPX here, we actually gapped down. We went up to the 1 AG line. This was the first aggregate gamma at 5600. We could not hold it. We came down to the 5572 area. So yesterday I said this is equivalent to the 5618 to the 20 area, the one right here. And then we actually dropped below that. However, right after that, we got a very strong bar that came up. This was an outside up bar. And we finally came and closed above the bar number one. We got an inside bar, and then we continued to the upside till 5650 here. Now I was expecting a little bit more to this 5696.75 area, because if you remember yesterday we talked about this is the fair value gap that we have on the daily chart, and I was expecting price to go to this 50% level, get rejected, and then come down, but that did not happen. However, this particular rejection also gave us a very good shot, and the market came down almost 70 points to the downside, and after that we climbed back up again into the same area. It was right below the fair value gap once again. Now I would like to point out some of the levels that I marked during the intraday charts. So the levels that I marked is, the first one is the 930 to the 931, the first 1 minute bar. So that is one level that I marked. The next bar that I marked is actually the 1115 to the 1120 bar. So this bar was also marked. And then the third bar that I mark is the 2:30 p.m. to the 2:35 p.m. bar. So this was that particular bar, right? We had a failed breakdown of that particular bar. We went and closed above it, and then we moved up back to the highs once again to the 5780s. So let us now get back to the chart and see what we are expecting for tomorrow. Again, we will be looking at the price action, then we will be looking at the gamma levels, and finally we will be looking at the 15-minute volume profile chart. If you're liking the content of these videos, please make sure to like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and click on the notification icon. Now let us first take a look at the daily chart. There is something interesting going on. We came inside this fair value gap. We got rejected very close to the 50% area of the fair value gap, and then we fell down around 70 points, but quickly recovered back, and we came up to the 5680 areas, and then we have a slight pullback at this point. But if you see all these bars right now, they are having strong wicks at the top, right? There is strong wick at the bottom also, but the bars are not exactly strong bullish bars, right? So this is just looking like a pullback. And if this is the top of the pullback, so we started our move right from here, this is the top of the pullback, then if we are breaking down these lows once again, then the target for the bears on the daily chart will actually be in this area of 5391, and that is where the market can actually come down tomorrow. If overnight we see that there is a big drop, and then we are breaking out this 5534 levels to the downside, and considering that tomorrow and day after the whole day will be laden with tariff news, so we can actually get down to this 5391 areas maybe in the next couple of days as well. But that is only valid once we start breaking down the 5620 areas, break down 5600, and keep coming down. The first target will of course be the 553536 areas, which is this particular low. Even before that, we will have to see that we are breaking down this 5550, then it can continue down to this 5535, and then if there is enough momentum of the bears, our next target will be 5507, and if we keep breaking down from that, maybe in the next 2 days, as I said, we can again come back down and hit this 5391 to get the measured move of this particular move to the downside. However, if we are breaking down those areas as well, and if you look at the bigger picture, so this was the main leg that came down, this was the pullback. So based on this leg down and the pullback, the price can actually also come down to this 5185.75 area, but that is almost 500 points away. But the market is bearish at this point, so I will not be surprised if everything breaks down and we get 3 or 4 straight days down to these areas as well. So these are the lines that we need to remember. 5391 can be a measured move target, and below that we can come down to the 5185.75 lines as well. But then, as I mentioned yesterday, also looking at the 12-month chart, I'm actually expecting price to come somewhere to the 5348 to the 5350 area. Also, after this new bottom was hit, this is just the first entry long, right? I'm expecting the price will come down, take out the low of one of the candles, and then bounce back once again to give us that second entry long. So that can be below 5600, that can be around this area as well. And then if we see it is bouncing back, getting above this 5600 and starting to go up, that can actually create a second entry long. But I am not sure when we will get that. Right now, the market is in the pullback phase. It is trying to pull back from here. We were in a strong daily channel. We went out of that, we broke that out, and now we have created a new low. But now we have to see that we are getting a second entry long before we can say that okay, the market is definitely going up. Otherwise, we are just going by the daily and the hourly price action, and based on that we are saying that okay, the market is actually moving in this specific direction. Otherwise, the market may actually even come up to this 5837 area if it continues to move up, and if the tariff news is actually fueling the bulls tomorrow, the market can come up to the 5837 areas in the next 2-3 days, and then do a double top there and then start coming down. At that point of time, it will create a trading range in this whole section. The other possibility on the daily chart is if we are drawing this particular trend line connecting these stops, the market can actually come and hit somewhere here, 5756, that is the 5700 line on SPX. We have a strong gamma level there, and then we can start getting rejected for the second leg to the downside based on this particular move. Now the 4-hour chart is actually showing us a different story. So we are in a pullback mode right now, and this was the first move up. We pulled back till here and the market is continuing to the upside. Now if the market continues to break out of this 5696 area, the 5700 area, we get to the 5720 area, that is the top of this fair value gap. So then the market may actually try to come to this 5739 to the 5740 areas, or like we were talking about, the 5756 areas right here. So that is based on the measured move that we started the move from here. This was the first leg up, this was the pullback, and the market can actually take out this high, and we can come and hit this 5740. So today after the 6 o'clock open, we actually touched that 96 area and we are dropping below, but it might just be a pullback. It can create an entire trading range for the rest of the night and keep going to the upside. We have to remember that this is a mother bar that we have on the 4-hour chart. So now if we are getting our 1:1 fibs of this mother bar, then the price can actually bring us up to the 5782 area as well, and that will be this particular low. So we can come and test this particular low as well. But then we have several levels in the middle, so we will take it level to level, and then we will see if the price is able to break out of the 5756 area that we saw on the daily chart, and then if we are coming up to this 579192 areas once again. Now similarly, if we are getting rejected at the top and then we are breaking down this low at 5600 and we keep coming down, then the measured move on the 4-hour based on this mother bar will actually bring us to that 5507 level, which is the hourly breakout and retest line that we have. Now on the 4-hour chart, we will also have this particular trend line. This can create a wedge right here at the 5705 to the 07 area, and this is the trend line. So if you hit the wedge and we come down and break this trend line, maybe we are coming down to the bottom again, and then we will see if we are breaking out of this 5601 level, we can get the 1:1 to the downside as we talked about. Now just like we were looking at the 4-hour chart, the hourly chart is also showing us a similar target to the upside at the 5739.75 to be the 1:1 of this particular move. Then we pull back, then we can get back up here. Once we can get above this 5696, the next target will be the 5711 to the 5720 area, and then we will see that if we are able to get up to this 5739 to the 40 areas to the upside. The 4-hour wedge line and the 4-hour trend line is also holding on the 1-hour chart, so we will keep it just that way. Now let us take a look at what is happening on the lower time frame or the 5-minute chart. Now looking at the 5-minute chart, we are in a kind of a trading range between this 5620 and the 5665. We broke out of that, we failed again, but this time we created a higher low right here, and then the market went back up, and now we are near the highs once again. So now we will have to see if we are able to break out of here. Otherwise, if we are getting below this 5666 level once again, this is a major low that we have at this point on the 5-minute chart. We can get to this 5656 areas, and if we break down the 5650, we can again see that the price will come down to these levels. Now yesterday I said that the bulls should be holding these levels. The bulls actually held these levels. They broke it down and immediately took it up, and we got a 90-point move to the upside. After that we broke down this again, but they again held this low. We did not even touch it this time and went back up again. So now this becomes a very important area. We will have to see that this area is breaking down. If this area is breaking down again, we will again get back to the 5600 to the 5591 levels, and below that we can come down to this monthly support area again at 5560, and then we will see if we are breaking this further down to get to the levels to the downside that we talked about. We are moving around 80 to 100 points every day, and most of the days we are breaking down the Globex low as well as the Globex high, right? So tomorrow morning we will have to see where the market is opening, where what is being posed as a good low, and then we can gauge from there that how far the market can go. So if we do not even come down below these levels from 5671, we can keep on going 100 points to the upside, and that will take us to the 5771. So ideally I would actually expect the price to go somewhere to 5750 to 5770 tomorrow, and we will be looking at the gamma positioning also to get a better feel of what can happen. So this is the gamma positioning that we have on SPX right now. This 5650 still holds to be the second POI, the put open interest, and the second highest call open interest. So we need to get above this now. Once we get above this, the next target can be at this third aggregate gamma level. However, if we get rejected from here, we can get to this 5625 and back to this 5600 again, staying in that specific trading range once more, right? If we are breaking this down, we have got a 5575 minor gamma line here, which is very close to that particular support at 5572, which is equivalent to the 5618 to the 20 area. So we can come down there. And if we are breaking down this 5550 area, then the next target comes to the 5525. And then we can subsequently see us falling down to the 5500 and the levels below. So now there's a 40-point spread between SPX spot and ES spot. So we will have to remember those, and based on that we can actually find out what is the equivalent level where the price is going to go, and we can take our profit and initiate our trades from there. Now this 5640 again continues to be a positive gamma line, and the 5615 is another positive gamma line. So just as you see here, once we crossed above this positive gamma line, we went up to the 2 POI, 2 COI, and immediately failed and came back down. Similarly, it can happen here that if we are getting below this 5615 area, we can come to this 1 AG, the first aggregate gamma line, and then immediately if we pull back up again there, maybe we are trying to get back to the highs once more. So again, we will have to see where the market opens, what direction it is taking, primarily in the morning, where it is bouncing, where it is getting rejected, and based on that we can initiate our trades and then decide where to take our profits. Again, all these charts that we are describing, the link to all these are given in the description below. So if you want to take a look at it for your reference, you just go to the description and click on the specific links. Let us now take a look at the 15-minute volume profile chart. Before we look at the 15 minutes chart, I would like to say that we are live on Google Meet every day from around 9:10, 9:15 a.m. in the morning. And most of the days we stay on the call till around 2 o'clock. So if you want to hop into that call, you will find the link to our free Discord server in the description below. Once you join there every morning around 8:45 a.m., you will see that the webinar link is popping up in the webinar channel. Now again, we have a double distribution day today, right? So this 5673 area continues to be an area of interest, and then we have our next support at the 5638 to the 5635 areas. So tomorrow we will have to see if we are coming back down here. If we are breaking this down, we may actually get down to this 5595 areas once again. And then if we are breaking down further, we can get ourselves to the 5560 area, which is the monthly low fail breakdown area that we have at this point. If we are getting above this 5595 area, which has been the high today, the next target will be the 5725 to the 5718 area. We have already seen that this is near the top of that daily fair value gap that we have. And if we can take that out, we will come and see the closing of this particular day, which was Thursday last week. And that is at 5741, which also coincides with our 5739.75 measured move target to the upside. And then we will see if the price is actually continuing to these levels higher. So we will also have to remember that we may actually get to that 5700 on SPX if there is a strong bullish move tomorrow. And that will also correspond to the 5740 level right here. So that is all the analysis I'll have for now. I'll stop the video here tonight, and I'll see you guys again in the morning in the webinar. Till then, have a wonderful night, everyone. Bye.